From Star Soul Killer. What video game genres would you consider your most and least favorite to play? I just answered that. Please read the question that happened just before you. What video game series would you like to have a revival for and why? I don't know. There aren't very many games I played as a kid that still don't have games now. I guess maybe the Ghosts and Ghouls series, just so Capcom can make another absurdly ridiculously hard game. And what is your least? No, sorry. What video game disappointed you the most? Probably Sonic 4, because I was expecting so much more from that. From Opox91. What is Zero fighting for? He's fighting for the Maverick Hunters. Do you guys think that games nowadays need to stop being so brawn and gray? Yeah. At least in terms of first-person shooters. From Heek526, how did you guys all meet? Just answered that. From AW Sounds, congratulations on the big 000, thank you very much. Just a few things that will stick in my brain box for knowledge. Do you think you'll ever all meet up in person? Well, Lewis and Johnny live a lot closer together than I live to either of them. Maybe, but I don't think we have plans for that. Number 2, what's the absolute highlight, the greatest, best, funniest moment in the commentaries? I think it was when we were completely nuts at the end of the Resident Evil 4 playthrough. I think that's personally my favorite, with all the Snake Eater shit going on. And number 3, has there been any plans for a donate drive to get Solaris a new computer? No, that's completely up to him what he wants to do with that. I am not involved in that. 4, what was Zero fighting for? I don't know, the Maverick Hunters, I suppose. From Total Destroyer 95, what game would you like to see being made? How about a Pokemon MMO? I know that a Pokemon MMO. Although that's never going to happen because Nintendo hates online and having us actually being able to communicate with people. From Sora Anime Forever. Number 1, do you think Final Fantasy XIII was ultimately a disappointment or was a strong entry in the franchise? It was a disappointment considering it did nothing. Number 2, what needs to be done to have a perfect 3D Sonic game? Take Sonic colors and make the controls better. Number 3, are there any concepts do you have in mind for the next 3D Mario game? I don't know. Nintendo always manages to surprise me with new stuff, so I leave it to them. From Ivo Robotnik123. I only answered already, but I don't know how BrainScratch started. I already answered that. Why Lewis and Johnny of all people? Lewis because he's the only one who said I'd like to do commentaries with you on Find the Computer Room, and Johnny because Lewis invited him. From Random's Vids Group. What's your favorite commentary you've done? I have lots of favorites. Probably Resident Evil 4, Mega Man 3 just for the stuff going on. Obviously there could be a lot better ones in the future, so. And the second question, have you ever farted in an elevator full of people? I think we've all done that at one point in our lives. From 2 Halos, what's your least favorite commentary you've done? Probably either of our first 2, which was Super Mario Brothers or Mega Man 2. Mostly because we didn't know each other all that well yet. From Jake E. Blade. Number 1, what are your thoughts on the Zelda series? Reached its peak on the Super Nintendo and N64 and has been going downhill ever since. Number 2, what is your favorite Sega and Nintendo game? Sega Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Nintendo Super Mario 64. Number 3, what's it like to be a rock star? I don't know, I'm not a rock star. From Biscuit Eater L. Oh crap, I'm posting right after J, blah blah blah. My question is going to be overlooked now. Okay, what was with the milk metaphor with the Donkey Kong Country Returns review? I don't know. I was hungry at the time and I just basically made it based off cereal. I don't think milk had a metaphor. I think it's my worst metaphorical review. I'll try and make them better from now on. From War Song Leaders. How would you meet Lewis and Johnny? Already answered. From Jedi Supersonic 7. Do you play the Fire Emblem series? Not really. I have played the Ike games on the GameCube, and I did play the first one for the Game Boy Advance with Elliewood and Lindis and all that stuff, and they were okay. From Spirit Stopwatcher. What was the thing that got you into playing video games in the first place? That one game that attracted you gaming for, well, the rest of your life. Well, I had a Super Nintendo when I was 3, And I liked it a lot, don't get me wrong, but the game that got me really into gaming was Super Mario 64. From Mr. Game Freak 197, what's the best / worst game you've played this year? Best game I played this year, Mario Galaxy 2. That was this year, right? I can't remember, my memory is so bad. And what was the worst game I've played this year? Probably some iPhone game. From WWE DBZ Fan 2000. What is love? It's babies not hurting us. From Mega Calvin Hobbs. Would you rather have someone rip out all of your fingernails or all of your toenails? Random question, but probably my toenails, because I need my hands to do shit. Second question, do you still remember who I am now that you're E-famous and all? I vaguely remember you, sure. What are your thoughts about an Epic Mickey? At least they're doing something useful with Mickey for once. Are you getting tired of Call of Duty essentially owning the video game industry? Yes! I am looking forward to Resistance 3 next year, though. What's your favorite color? Blue. Do you enjoy jazz music? Well, I enjoy the Cowboy Bebop soundtrack, so I guess so. What do you think of the newer shows on Cartoon Network, such as the regular show, if I've seen them? No, I don't watch any of those anymore, because they all suck. Which company do you think makes the best non-video game electronics? Sony, I guess? I don't know. And he has a part 2. What is the toughest class you've taken but haven't dropped in college? CS 1331 or Java. I suck at coding and I failed it. Would you ever consider joining the military in the near future? Fuck no. If yourself from, let's say, 10 years ago could see yourself now, would you be happy with how you turned out? Probably not. What is the best gift you've ever received? Probably my Super Nintendo. Best gift I've ever given. I tend to just give gift cards, since I don't like going out shopping, and gift cards are the easiest. Boxers or brief? Boxers. Are you a righty or a lefty? I am ambidextrous, but naturally a righty. Do you believe in any luck / superstitions? Well, if they work, I believe in them. If they don't, then I don't believe in luck and superstitions. So, what video game would you say is the highlight of the past 5 years? Probably BioShock. Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask? Ocarina of Time, easy. And he has one last one. If you could live in any country in any time era, what would it be and why? I can't answer that, considering I only know how to live in this current time area in this country. But, I suppose it'd be interesting to try living in the 60s. Rom Hunter Blue Silver. One great question. What's your favorite LP and what's your least favorite LP? I think my favorite LP is the Resident Evil 4 one, and my least favorite is probably our first one, the Super Mario Brothers one. From Team Me Ma G. What's your favorite video game series? Probably the Mario series. And Phenomenal 1 Spider-Man. What is your opinion on the Spider-Man franchise in terms of games? 1 or 2 good ones here and there, but not a lot. Not a lot of good ones. From Kibiki2, do you have a pet? Not how I live right now, but when I was still living with my parents, we have 2 dogs. And finally, FoxBS7. Have you or BrainScratch heard of Chugga Conroy? Yes, I've heard of Chugga Conroy. So I got 95 questions total, quite a few of them repeats, but I have 1,000 subscribers. I got about 1/10 to answer questions, so I guess that's pretty good. Thanks for listening, and look forward to my future videos.